3 ways to target your ideal audience on Facebook ads in 2025. Today, I'll be breaking down the 3 ways you can target your ideal audience on Facebook ads and the exact strategy that we used for our clients to create some amazing results. And if you're new here, my name is Vincent and I started running ads around 2016, where I helped an e-com brand scale from 55K a month to 150K a month on a consistent basis with Facebook ads and Google ads. And ever since then, I started my agency Chipper, where I help e-com brands and local businesses scale their brand with our identity hooking system while managing a ad spend of over 7 figures a month. So let's dive in. So the first way to target your ideal client is using interest targeting on Facebook ads itself. I'm personally not a big fan of this. We used it a lot back in the day when it was still working pretty well. But now with all the privacy issues and the iOS 14 updates, etc., the power has lost a bit. The only use case that we actually use it for is when it's a brand new ad account. We don't have a lot of data. Facebook doesn't necessarily know where to spend the money to or how to reach the people. Then we can use interest targeting to place it among a broad targeting ad set basically. But to put it simply, it's a pretty simple way of targeting people. You open your ad manager, you go to your ad set and you just choose the interests that you're looking for to target basically. For this, you have 3 types of interests. The first one is everything related to the product itself. So for example, if you're selling gym clothes, you can target everything from gym clothes to gym equipment to gym leggings. You can even dial it down a bit deeper and start targeting other competitors. So for example, Nike and Adidas. They just need to be big enough and have a big enough following to target them basically. The second way is looking at generic keywords such as women clothing, leggings, sports gear, etc. And the third way is by looking at the interests besides the product. So more of an overlapping type of interest. So everyone, for gym clothes, it can be everyone that goes to the gym or that runs or that just in general likes sports. You can even target sports teams or magazines that they, for example, read. The second way to target your ideal audience is creating lookalikes or just using lookalikes. These ones used to work like crazy, but that changed a while ago when Apple introduced the iOS 14 update, as well as all the privacy updates. I personally don't use them that often anymore, but the most common ones that we use are the lookalikes of the 1% of the purchases over 30 days, 60 days, and 180 days. However, I'm still a big fan of creating different lookalikes of all the actions that can be taken on the Meta platforms. The reason behind this is that it's first-party data. So the data is accurate because people are not leaving the platform, so it's data that Facebook owns. While if you're using third-party data, like data from the Pixel, and you send it back from your website to Facebook, you lose a lot of data in the process. But for example, everything regarding post clicks, post engagements, likes, ad clicks on organic posts as well as on ads can all be calculated towards first-party data on Facebook. And for lead generation, for example, we tend to use a lookalike of the people that submitted the lead form because it's real data. Facebook knows who these people are and can create lookalikes from that. You can also work your way up with lookalikes from the 1% of the lookalikes to the 2%, the 3%, 4%, and 5%. Just take in mind, if you go towards the 5%, it's a bit less accurate because it's further away from the original audience basically. The third way and the targeting that we use for all our clients is basically identity hooking combined with broad targeting. Now, before I go a bit deeper, I'll explain how this works and how Facebook analyzes your ads, and it's pretty crucial to know how they analyze the ads before you start creating the visuals. So as you all know, the AI of Meta has had some major improvements over the last years, which actually makes the strategy more possible and more profitable as well. The only thing that you need to do with the strategy is basically selecting a location, age and gender targeting. So for example, if you're selling in Canada, just put the location to Canada as well as the ages. So we tend to leave it open a lot of the time, so from 18 plus to 65. But for example, if you're selling alcohol or cigarettes or those type of product, you can scale it up towards 21, for example, if you're selling in the US. Most of the time we just leave it open. We only adjust it if we see that, for example, Facebook is spending towards a younger audience instead that we're trying to reach a older audience. The same with gender. If you're, for example, selling men's clothing, then you might just target men only and not women, for example. But basically, all your targeting comes into play when you're creating the visual itself. That's why we call it the identity hooking. With this unrestricted targeting, you give Facebook the opportunity to target people that are actually more likely to buy and relate to your brand. Of course, you're wondering, how does this actually work? Well, like I said, the AI of Meta has made a lot of improvements, which makes it super smart. So to give you an example, if you upload a video or a photo of a woman running, Facebook will analyze the video frame by frame, the text that they're saying, as well as, for example, with the photo, they will look at what type of person is in this photo, what gender does the person has, age range of the person, the emotions that they're displaying, and it will all pull the data from the whole ad, from the image, from the video, from even the copy of the headlines, of the descriptions, etc. And take all that data, compile it, and see who is relating closely to this photograph or who we're trying to reach with the photograph or the video. So for example, if you're selling golf gear and you're using a video of a woman golfing in her mid-20s, Facebook will actually scan this, get the data from the visual, and know that it's a woman golfing in her mid-20s, and it will automatically distribute the spend towards women in their mid-20s and 30s, since it's the audience you're trying to reach with the creative, as well as the audience that will relate the most to the visual. So that's why it's super crucial to think about who you're gonna put inside of your ads, what they're gonna do, and even where they're hanging out in the creatives. All this comes into play in the identity hooking strategy. So you basically show your ideal client in the photo or the video, and then people that relate to it will see the visual and are more likely to click and basically buy from you. Another pretty good example is the algorithm of TikTok and Instagram. For example, if you ever saw like 2 or 3 videos about cooking or food and you refresh your feed, you'll see a lot of Instagram Reels or TikToks all about food and cooking, and now you're just basically stuck in this algorithm. But that's exactly how the algorithm works, and that's also how you should create content that your ideal client already loves and they can relate to, click on the ad and buy your product. That's basically how identity hooking works. And this strategy basically allows you to scale super profitably and spend more money on Facebook by doing less work inside of the Facebook ad manager itself. And that's the exact same strategy that we use for our clients, and we've seen amazing results with them, allowing them to spend more on Facebook ads and scaling past a plateau of ad spend that they were constantly hitting. And for those who are wondering if you can do it on a brand new account, yes, you basically can. As long as you use the identity hooking system within your visuals, you're pretty much set on scaling profitably. Now, if you want more help setting up your campaign or need personalized advice on scaling to a 6 or 7 figures a month revenue, then go ahead and click the link down below, book a call with me. We'll work with you one-on-one to help you scale while staying profitably. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe for more Facebook and Google marketing tips and videos. This is Vincent from Chipper, and I'll see you in the next one.